So are there any other trends you see in terms of the direction that education is taking? I mean, right now, right, we're all locked at home with COVID. Not that we have COVID, but with the situation with COVID.
Thankfully, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are there some things that you're seeing, obviously work from home, online? What are some of the trends that you believe will have an influence in this industry?
Yeah, so I just wrote a piece actually on whether distance learning is here to stay. And I think it's a very interesting question. I think at the adult level, absolutely. I think when you have self-motivated individuals who are working on their own time and already at a level where they can, work for themselves, we're going to see essentially in-person classes. I just don't think they're going to come back. Most people take their courses online. It was already headed in that direction. But then for us, we also look at all the way down through to the K through 8 market. And there, you have students who
What is that? The K through 8?
K through 8, kindergarten through 8th grade.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
So we're in high school. We focus on high school, so 9 through 12, and then the K through 8 market. There students need handholding there. You're not going to have a fully online asynchronous, engagement with a 6-year-old. They need that kind of handholding and that structure, and they need those classes. And so, we've been thinking about distance education as a hybrid. How do we have the accountability of a human, but also make that a human experience? But then also, how do you supplement that with online tools that don't need a human, but can actually help people at scale as well?
Love that. I really love that. I love that distinction because for me, it's like, well, first of all, education starts at home, full stop. But after that, I think that it's really important in the earlier days, up to about 18, to bring people into this sort of generalist learning where they can explore the areas that they're interested in and not. But yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of kind of the International Baccalaureate and the these modules, which essentially say we're going to teach you how to learn. We're not just going to teach you how to repeat things or how to do specific things. We're going to teach you how to think for yourself. And I think that it's a great distinction that you make there in terms of like earlier years and later years, because I do think that there's a point at which at first there definitely has to be that kind of education. But then after that, it's kind of like you can pinpoint a little bit more the areas in which you want to get more specialized in. And so I think that like higher ed, is that what it's called? Higher ed, like university and more, is going to be influenced in a very different way than earlier on, right?
I think so too. I think, again, kind of talking about identifying the foundations or the blind spots. There are foundations that every student needs, and that's what we should be learning when we're younger. But then we can start to explore and build on those. And like this has got a weird parallel, actually, I think, with no coding, because it's about setting yourself a goal and then just figuring out how to get there when you don't necessarily have all the skills and you don't have the time to go and do a 4-year course on,
learning how to code.
Learning how to code. Yeah.
And there's one definition of no code, which is basically that it's just a way to solve a problem that could be written in code, but using more visual interfaces to be able to solve that problem.